Week 2 of Making a Marathoner in the books. I'm feeling really good. Week 2 was a really good week of running. It definitely was a confidence booster for me. This was probably my biggest week in a long time. I had a total of 41 miles. As I mentioned before, I have not been training for anything in quite some time, so 41 miles is definitely a big thing for me. I had a mix of a lot of different workouts, and my body feels strong. Run BMT, I love their plan they're putting together for me because it feels like a smart one. I need to ease into my mileage. I'm not a person that is used to high mileage, so I just can't jump right into it. I can't be busting out 60, 100-mile weeks. I feel like I'm easing into it, and it's a game plan I understand. Seth, my coach, explains it to me, because I'm not a runner that's been doing this for a long time. I need him to break it down so I understand. Simplicity works for me. Monday of the week, nothing. Again, as I mentioned before, I don't run on Mondays. That is my day to recover, as well as a day that I have a lot of things with work and family, and it's just not a day I run. Tuesday was a recovery day run, and it felt really good. It was snowing outside, pretty darn bad, and icy, so I decided to opt for a treadmill run. For that run, I did about an 8:47 pace for a total of 6 miles and 6.25 miles. Felt really good, easy, nothing crazy. I just listened to my body, got on the treadmill, and I just cruised. There was really nothing to it. For that run, I busted out the A6 Gel Nimbus 26. That shoe is made for recovery runs. It is my favorite recovery day run shoe. The foam they are using, it's just so nice. It babies my feet. And that's what I need for a recovery day shoe. I don't need something that's going to pick up the pace or try to force me to pick up the pace. I want something that babies my feet. And that is, the Gel Nimbus 26 babies my feet. Perfect for recovery day shoe. Wednesday was Workout Wednesday. I felt really good. I had fartlek workouts. 1 minute on, 1 minute off, 1 minute on, so forth. And I did that for 6 reps. And I love a fartlek workout. I really do. I love the changing of speeds, 1 minute on, 1 minute on. And I really tried to push the pace for this. I really did. For my ons, I was trying to be anywhere in the low 6s. I'm talking about 6:10 to 6:20. And I felt fantastic. I did a 15-minute warm-up, jumped straight into the fartlek workouts, 1 minute on, 1 minute off, and I felt freaking awesome. And then I did 10, 15-minute cool down, and it felt really good. Workout Wednesday was a huge success. My legs loved it. My legs felt responsive. And one of the things I did, I wore the Hoka Cielo X1, and those definitely worked really well for this. It worked really well. When I had to pick up the pace, I could easily pick up the pace. And when I had to drop it slower for those recovery 1 minute, it felt really good at those paces as well. That is something I'm finding out with that shoe. It feels good at fast paces as well as slower paces. One thing I will point out, by the last rep, I could definitely feel it was a little bit heavy. The shoe is definitely on the heavier side, and I definitely felt at that last rep. I still was able to get a really good time, but my last 1 minute on was definitely my slowest, and I definitely felt the weight. Thursday, no workouts. I do a kettlebell workout, I do cross training, really kind of recover the body, feel really good. Nothing at all. Friday, recovery run. I did about 60 minutes on the treadmill. Again, rain or snowy out there, bad ice, don't have a choice. Had to jump on the treadmill. Felt really good. I did about 7.22 miles at an 8:30 pace. And that was awesome. I just zoned out. I really did zoned out and kind of just cruised for miles. Again, that one wasn't one where I wanted to be super slow. So I did wear the New Balance Rebel V4. Love that shoe. Love that shoe. For what I was doing with the 8:30 paces, it felt so good. It really did. I was able to cruise for miles. I love the foam that they're using. I love the upper. Great lockdown. I forget the shoe is on, and that is the biggest compliment I can give to a shoe. If I put it on, I go for a run, and I forget that it's on, it's perfect. So again, nothing too crazy for Friday, but I got it done. Saturday, as some of you guys know, I was supposed to be doing a 5-mile race. That got postponed. We had more snow. Kind of getting tired of the snow. It's really kind of affecting my marathon training. Come on, Mother Nature, get it together. But I still got a run in. I did about, nothing too crazy, about 7 miles out there. Kept it about an 8:28 pace, and I felt really good. This was a run where I did not want to be on the treadmill, so I opted to go outside, and I knew my pace was going to be slower, but this one, I just wanted to go out, get about 6 to 8 miles, listen to the body, listen to the legs, and I got 7 miles, and I felt really good. I mentioned this a couple different times. Getting in the 8:30s feels effortless right now. It feels like I'm going in the 9s, in the 10s. I'm just able to cruise at that pace with no issues at all. It was a snowy run, so I did bust out the Craft Explorer Hybrid. That's the perfect shoe for crappy weather. It's the perfect shoe for crappy weather. It does really well on wet gravel. It does great on the roads that I'm running on. And when I had to run through snow, which was a good amount of snow, no issues at all. I kept that 8:30 pace throughout the whole run, even when I was through snow. No slippage, none of that. Great shoe, great lockdown. Love the PX foam, and definitely I think Craft, this might be my favorite trail shoe that you have. It's not a trail shoe I'd take on technical terrain, but for this crappy weather, road to trails, the buffed out trails, it is so nice, so nice. And to cap off the whole week of week 2, I had a long run, 16 miles on the books. It was so cold. I had to get out pretty early. We had family obligations. I had some things I wanted to do with the kiddos. I got out by 5:30 and it was in the 20s. It's dark. I'm having my headlamp out. I did this run with a buddy, and thank goodness my guy Kevin joined me because I needed all the help I could get. I felt really good, but it's just so cold. I don't know about some of you guys, but when it's cold out, sometimes it's really hard to get out of the bed and get that run started. I had so many thoughts in my head. Well, maybe I could just do a treadmill. Maybe I could cancel on him. Maybe this, maybe that. But in the end, I sucked it up. I got out there, and I had a blast with him. We had a fantastic 16-mile run, a mixture of everything. Roads, gravel, a tiny bit of trail because we had to get around a road closure, but overall felt really good. We were able to keep a really solid pace of 8:23 for 16 miles. And we kept a conversation the whole time. We were joking, we were having a great time. It is starting to feel easy. I keep saying that because I'm shocked myself. I really am. When I did my first marathon in my long runs, I was in the 9:30 paces because it felt really difficult. Being able to run with a friend, talk the whole time, when it was cold, like really cold, it does matter to me. You know, the one thing I will point out for this run, this is the longest run I've done in quite some time. I think the max I've done for a handful of months was about 12 miles. So I was a little nervous going into this one. I even told my buddy Kevin, I was like, this is my longest run in quite some time. I might be hurting, the pace might drop off. Bear with me. And he felt the same way. He was like, I haven't done long runs too. So it's really nice to be able to train with somebody that also now has the same goal as me. We're getting at it together, and it felt really good. So we just cruised through the miles, felt really good. I did get to mile 15, and we got up a huge hill, and I thought, this is where the wheels are falling off. I don't know how I'm going to get that last mile in. I felt terrible. My stomach felt like I took a gel and I was like, oh, that hit me wrong. What am I going to do? But then I got it together, and that actually ended up being my fastest mile. I ended up doing that in 7:55. So again, I thought I felt bad. I listened to my body, but I pushed through, and I was shocked with what I could do. Honestly, I really was. Overall, the run was a absolute what my body needed, and it was also a confidence booster. Even when I felt like crap, I still was able to muster up and get a really good pace. This was definitely a confidence run that I needed. But overall, week 2 was a fantastic one. 41 total miles. My body feels good. My confidence is up, and I'm ready. I'm ready to keep tackling this. So week 2 is in the books, and now my eyes are all set on week 3.